Guess what's back?
What's that?
Back again. Caitlin Clark.
Yes, she is.
Tell a friend. Pulled up from the parking lot. The second shot of the game. She had the first 2 points on the foul line. Then she had, then they scored a layup, and then she pulls up from logo, from where the 22 is basically on the Iowa court. Cash.
And it wasn't just commentary. It was a full-on explosion. Pat McAfee didn't hold back. He unleashed a verbal haymaker on Angel Reese. And this wasn't a playful jab, it was a complete dismantling. Why? Because Caitlin Clark didn't just beat the Chicago Sky, she turned it into a live masterclass, a basketball tutorial in real time. From logo threes to surgical assists, Clark was painting a picture of dominance. Meanwhile, Reese looked like she was auditioning for a misunderstood hero role but forgot the script.
Most of the internet, though, clipped out Angel Reese pushing the Fever Girl in the back.
She was like the villain.
Here's a clip that everybody was fake upset about.
That's not a bad foul. No, Caitlin Clark's not finna fight, bro. It's turning they shit up, though. It's just some internet shit, bro. It's just bringing attention to these.
Caitlin Clark didn't step on the court to just rack up stats. She came with a warning to critics, trolls, and Angel Reese herself. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to take over. And Pat McAfee, he heard her loud and clear. When Clark lit up the sky and sent them packing with a near 30-point beatdown, McAfee exploded. No fluff, no filter, just cold, hard truth. If you're riding with Caitlin like McAfee, then comment below. CC is the GOAT. Buckle up.
She has surpassed everybody in the amount of time that she has played in the WNBA. She fills up every arena in every town that she goes to. Teams have to go to bigger arenas so that they can try to profit off the Caitlin Clark train coming to town. Most 20-point, 10-assist games in WNBA history, which I think you could say that's a good game. Like that's how you classify. Vandersloot, obviously, 430 games played, had 10 of them. Diana Taurasi, people talk about it as the GOAT, right?
The GOAT.
That's
Yeah.
right. You're damn right.
564. She goes to school.
UConn.
Okay. 565 games played. She has 9 20-point, 10-assist games. And then Caitlin Clark, 41 games played. She already has 9 of them.
Wind the footage. Caitlin Clark drops a triple-double like it's casual Tuesday business. In her season debut against Angel Reese, she posted 20 points, 10 dimes, and 10 boards like it was a pre-game warm-up. But this wasn't just a game, it was a basketball clinic. Clark dictated every possession like she had the cheat codes no-look passes. Logo bombs, it felt like she was playing on a different difficulty setting than everyone else.
There was a moment in a game where Angel Reese has a little bit of a push-off on an offensive board. Obviously, she's great at getting rebounds, incredible underneath. Caitlin Clark says, what the hell?
Come on!
Caitlin Clark says, what the hell is that, to the ref? And then she says, and most basketball people say, that's a take foul. Instead of a layup, we're going to make you earn it. I think Angel would miss one or both of those free throws instead of getting a wide open layup in that entire thing. Angel was pissed off, thought it was a flagrant. Afterwards, everybody said it was a take foul, it was a take foul. But it was very convenient how most of the internet, not all of the internet, most of the internet though, clipped out Angel Reese pushing the Fever Girl in the back, Caitlin pointing at the ref like, what are we talking about here? We're not calling that.
And the ripple effect. Oh, it was seismic. That Fever vs. Sky showdown didn't just break records, it shattered them. 2.7 million tuned in, peaking over 3 million, the most watched WNBA game of all time. Why? Because wherever Caitlin Clark goes, the spotlight follows. Every step, every dribble, arenas sell out, jerseys vanish, fans flock. She's not just a player, she's the engine lifting the league to another level.
She was different, you know, and she seemed to be more exciting than everybody else, but she also was an incredible passer and like disher in the way she went about her business. It was like, oh, this girl's different. This woman's different. Then she gets drafted to the Fever, and what she has done for this city and for this team is unbelievable. Obviously, last year at the beginning of the season, nobody wanted to believe, okay?
They still don't.
There's a lot of people that still think there's a lot of other. She is the one.
She had no response. While Clark twirled around defenders, Reese looked stuck in slow motion. After all the build-up, all the noise about bringing eyes to the game, Reese finished with a stat line so quiet, you'd think the scoreboard was muted. Meanwhile, Caitlin didn't need to talk, her game screamed through every camera lens and box score.
Pisses off everybody whenever we say it, and then obviously it becomes a whole thing because we're a bunch of doofuses and things like that, but like, this is the golden goose. This is the one. This is the generational, multi-generational player, and we're incredibly lucky that she's in Indianapolis, and she went fucking ham in the opener against the Chicago Sky.
Then Pat McAfee made sure the moment didn't get lost in the shuffle. The second the buzzer rang, he grabbed the mic and said what everyone else was afraid to admit. This wasn't about social media antics or off-court distractions. This was about pure basketball. And on that night, Caitlin Clark didn't just play, she dropped the mic on the entire league.
clip that out. They just go to right here, bang, Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese, and then boom, buzzsaw on the internet about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Ultimately, I think the buzz is good for the WNBA as a whole. I know it's probably not fun to be a part of if you're Caitlin or Angel Reese or anybody else, but in the end, the Indiana Fever win by 100, and Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have started their second season in the WNBA, and Caitlin Clark is on track to be the greatest of all time.
Then came the foul, the infamous, now viral foul. Clark calls out a textbook take foul by the book, but suddenly the internet flips, not on the foul but on Clark. A cleverly edited clip surfaces, skipping past Reese's shove on Natasha Howard, jumping straight to Clark's contact. And just like that, they turn her into a villain. Manufactured drama, and the media, they ate it up.
Like, there's no argument. Like, I don't understand. Like, people can yell until they're blue in the face. Like, the proof's in the pudding. We've seen all the stuff. And you say, like, it is good for the sport at large, but I think a lot of people get turned on. Like, it just always goes into a race thing. Like, every single time, no matter what, that is always the discussion.
McAfee, he wasn't buying the spin. He called it exactly what it was: scripted outrage. He tore into the doctored footage, mocked the cheap edits, and obliterated the lazy hot takes flooding the feed. "This is what I do," McAfee said. They clipped the real foul out and flipped the narrative. Now Clark's the villain. Please. He wasn't letting this moment get twisted.
In every league, there's gonna be like adversaries. Like, you know, Angel Reese is the foil for Caitlin Clark and vice versa. Like, they don't have to get along, they don't have to like each other. They're competitors. Like that, this kind of shit happens. But every single time something like this happens, and we have to go right back to
full on.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't get moved at all. So like, we're not talking about the game. We're talking about that play, and that's it. You know, and then yeah, we'll get the stats about her and her 20 points and 10 assist games and the triple doubles and all that, but the discussion always comes back to this.
He wasn't done. McAfee came for the ones hiding behind silence, the ones afraid to say what's plain to see. Caitlin Clark is a generational force, and it scares people. Scares them that she's rewriting the game in real time. Scares them her numbers leave no wiggle room. Scares them their favorite talking points crumble when she steps on the floor. She's the golden goose, McAfee thundered. She's breaking records, forcing arena upgrades, and doing what no one else has done.
When I see the Fever play, I'm like, these are great teams. Los Angeles, I think they got Kelsey Plum out there.
Yeah, they do.
I think they're going to be great. There's a lot of great teams. I'm just talking about watching Caitlin Clark play. Electrifying.
Yes.
Absolutely. She will pull. She will pull that shit up. She will shake, sidestep, step back, not scared. And then she'll do like a no-look pass, full court passes. I mean, her teammates have to get used to her passes, like, I think, because they've never really seen it before. Yep. She's great for the sport. She's great for the game.
Then came the ultimate mic drop. McAfee started drawing comparisons: Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, even Steph Curry. But here's what stunned the room. None of them moved the needle this fast. And McAfee didn't just praise her stats, he spotlighted her leadership, her composure, the way she's carried the league's weight on her shoulders, taking elbows and criticism with the same calm. This isn't just Caitlin Clark's moment. It's her era.
That's basically who's filling up all these arenas. Now, obviously, there's a lot of adult males who are fans and going to it, but you got a lot of little girls that are coming out watching their hero play, and she's selling out every arena. It's great for the sport.
Yeah, she's the most popular women's athlete on the planet right now, I think, and obviously her game speaks for, like, it's just different.
Came to Angel Reese. Pat McAfee didn't launch a cheap shot. He wielded precision. He acknowledged her role in the league's rising spotlight, but he wasn't falling for the dramatics, not the flops, not the post-game theatrics, not the TikTok sympathy tours. McAfee said the quiet part out loud. Angel Reese is playing the villain in a storyline that Caitlin Clark is actually dominating. Sure, that villain label might move merch, but it doesn't shift what happens on the hardwood. And that's where the real truth lives.
We watch the playoffs, you see a hard foul, guy gets up, talk shit. Did Angel overreact? Yeah, probably. It was a hard foul. It is what it is. They squashed it after the game, you moved on. But yeah, all the think pieces and everything after the first game, hey, it's numbers, so I'm sure the WNBA probably likes that part of it, but the other side of it, I think it's pretty shit.
Because between those lines, Caitlin Clark is relentless, efficient, ruthless, and most importantly, she's winning. This isn't a debate, it's a scoreboard. And McAfee made that clear like a man done watching greatness be buried under noise. He ended his monologue with a now iconic mic drop. People can scream all they want, but the proof, it's right there. Caitlin Clark isn't becoming great. She already is. And while critics tweet and pundits spin, Clark just keeps rewriting records, packing stadiums, and handing out triple doubles like business cards.
Watching Caitlin become confident that she's the one out here too is awesome.
Yeah, it's
like press conferences, she's leading. Coach is here. Aaliyah Boston's here.
Yeah.
Kelsey Mitchell, dog, great player. She's down there. It's like, this is Caitlin's team.
What McAfee dropped wasn't just a segment. It was a cannon blast straight into the heart of the smear campaign, and the fans, they erupted. This wasn't a ripple, it was a tidal wave. A wave of truth from millions sick of watching Caitlin Clark get buried under petty narratives. In a sports world, drowning in hot takes and empty spin, McAfee stood tall and said what so many feel. Enough. Enough with the drama. Let the best player in the league shine.
Ratings are higher than it's ever been for the WNBA.
Yeah.
Congrats to Caitlin Clark.
That's right.
Nice.
It's crazy how it's always the Fever, seems like. Or it's a game that the Fever game is leading into.
Sure.
It's crazy how that works.
I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Proof's in the pudding.
Get a girl out of Iowa
Exactly.
who can pull up from the state next door
Yeah.
and light up an entire arena, every arena.
Months. We were told this Clark versus Reese thing was overblown. Just two second-year players crossing paths. They said, cute, harmless, coincidental, but that fantasy just got torched. The numbers don't lie, the crowds don't whisper, and the takes, they're blazing. This isn't some media-fed rivalry. It's the most explosive storyline in women's sports, maybe in all of sports. And it's not fueled by fiction, it's fueled by Clark showing up every night and redefining domination. And when that kind of brilliance hits the court, it makes people squirm.
But I think Caitlin Clark sees the bigger picture, wants to leave WNBA better than whenever she got there. And obviously, I think Angel Reese is a part of this with how big her personality is and how well she's known. But it's like, ride that, just let's go. It's good for sports, the more eyes on all these things. And I think obviously, as a lot of girl dads in here, it's great that that is where it's headed. But it just needs to be acknowledged by everybody that there is a driver behind it. And it happens to be a bucket from Iowa in Caitlin Clark.
Let's start with the numbers. That Fever versus Sky Clash, aka Clark versus Reese. Round whatever pulled in 2.7 million average viewers, peaked at 3.1 million. Let that sink in. That's not good. That's historic, groundbreaking. And yet, the same talking heads still dare to say it's not really a rivalry. Then why is every network scrambling to cover it like it's the Super Bowl every time these two share a court? Ask yourself that.
The argument is stupid. You know, like you can say whatever you want, but it's very obvious. And I think even the WNBA as like a whole, like their you know, front league office, I guess, if you will, like they might not publicly, you know.
They have publicly, though. They said, hey, all these games are prime time.
Yeah, exactly.
WNBA, all the Fever's games are prime
They
time.
got more primetime games than the Lakers have.
Yeah.
Definitely more than the Colts have.
Nationally.
Definitely more than the Pacers have.
Yep.
Legit.
Because it's not just about stats, it's about what they symbolize. Clark is the technician, the surgeon dropping triple doubles with laser focus. Reese, she plays the heel. More headlines for gestures than game one moves the ball, the other moves the drama. And while drama has its place, let's not pretend we don't know who's actually elevating the league to new heights. Let's stop acting like it's even close.
She fills up a stadium in an arena more than anybody else. And I had somebody tweet me this the other day before we talked about Caitlin's debut. You better talk about the biggest star in Indianapolis this year or whatever. And it's like, I'm not good at talking about the I don't know enough about the WNBA to talk about it, but I do know enough about business. I do know enough about a superstar, and Caitlin Clark is both of those things. And she has the work ethic to back it up. Like, this isn't just going to be a flash in the pan. This is going to be for the foreseeable future because of how hard she works.
But here's the twist. This isn't a war. It's not even personal. It's basketball. And yet, every Clark-Reese moment gets twisted into a culture war. Reese plays rough. That's passion. Clark competes back. Suddenly, she's entitled or problematic. The same highlight that shows her draining logo threes is turned into a controversy. When did competing become a crime?
I don't understand. You got so many clips of Caitlin Clark pushing people in college.
Yep.
She doing all this type of stuff. She hit Jordan Canada upside the head last year.
She actually needs anger management. If people actually been watching Caitlin as a person who also needs a little anger management myself, I'm talking about myself. Caitlin's another one who needs anger management.
Yeah.
She's always effing crashing out. She led the league in text. She was like one of the top 5 leaders in text last year.
The truth. It's not about fouls. It's about fear. The old guard, the media gatekeepers, the narrative sculptors, they're rattled because Caitlin Clark just ran straight through their script. Need proof? An anonymous GM poll just named her the best point guard and shooting guard. Most importantly, the one player they'd build a franchise around. That's not Twitter hype. That's the front office brass making their bets. And they're betting on Clark.
She's drawing Ohio. She's drawing Kentucky. She's drawing Illinois, Michigan. You got people traveling to Iowa. I mean, Iowa's even traveling over. You got people traveling to come watch here in Indiana. And then every other arena is the same damn thing. She has home games in every arena she goes to.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful thing. It is a great thing for sports. And it does feel like more and more people are starting to understand.
But while GMIs are handing her the keys, The sidelines still mutter she's just a media creation. It's hype. They grasp for excuses as the applause gets louder. But here's the thing: when one player's pulling ratings, selling seats, shifting the sport, and still getting downplayed, that's not analysis. That's fear wrapped in resentment. And through it all, Caitlin Clark stays silent. No tweets, no digs. Just buckets, just poise, just wins. She even offered Reese a hand after a foul and got charged at like it was WWE. Clark didn't react, didn't flinch. She walked away with composure. The media twisted it, of course, but the fans, they saw it. And they're done being lied to.
With people saying, enough already. Give her the respect she's earned.
Some of the pundits might not be there yet because I think they're OGs around the league. Don't just want to just hand over a torch to a young buck that's coming in. I understand that completely. But it's like at some point, if you were to rally around this and everybody was kind of like to promote this, it's like then your league potentially becomes, and the numbers are saying now the first weekend we're in a good spot for the WNBA.
Yeah, and hopefully like all the other stuff doesn't fall on deaf ears and like everybody kind of acknowledges it too.
Fans who never watched women's basketball before, they're glued to the screen now, and not just for the games but the game around the game. They're watching the spin, the bias, the double standards. One viral podcast said it best: you can like both players but don't lie to yourself. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they're not in the same lane. One is still figuring it out. The other is already rewriting the legacy books.
Hey, let's focus on the basketball instead of all the other, BS that can come with sports in general, let alone just the WNBA, just every sport.
So this is a sport coming into, I know the league's been around a long time. A lot of great work by a lot of people to have that league for a long time. I'm not saying that isn't the case.
It takes time to get
boom. But now it's like you're becoming a league, like a big time prominent
young in comparison,
yeah. And there's going to be some, it's a transition that everybody is going to have to deal with.
That's what's got the system shaking. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up, she detonated. She's doing to the WNBA what Steph Curry did to the NBA, warping the court, changing the math, rewriting what's possible. Ready or not, she's here. And this isn't just a Clark versus Reese thing. This is what happens when the castle gets stormed by a new queen with the skills, the poise, and the fan base to back it. The old guard, losing grip. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing in this, Hiroshi's defining it.
I'm happy that Indianapolis is in the dead center of it. Love hoops, love hosting people, and Caitlin Clark has brought a lot to our city. And to your point, Ty, and to yours, D-Butt, 41 of the 44 games are on national television.
Exactly.
They're on Ion Network last year, and it was like the third highest rated WNBA game that they had all season. Most national TV games for a single team in WNBA history, most national TV games in franchise history. It's like, well, obviously the second one would lead to the third one there, but I like that we're just putting every single stat that we have out there. But it's the real deal. They are a draw. And whenever you have a draw, you have to understand that it's a draw, and you have to take advantage of that.
And I'll say it proudly, Indianapolis is lucky to be ground zero. We love our hoops, we love our crowds. And Caitlin Clark, she's brought it all back. 41 of 44 games on national TV. Last year, we were barely on the radar. Now we're the epicenter. That Fever versus Sky game on ION, the third highest rated WNBA broadcast ever. Most national TV games for a single team, most ever for a franchise that's not hype. That's history being made in real time. So while the media spins, Caitlin just keeps cooking triple-doubles leadership, sold-out arenas. The future of the WNBA, it's not a maybe. It's wearing #22. And if you're still pretending it's all hype, look up at the scoreboard. Clark dominated, Reese got humbled, and the world got front row seats to a revolution.